INEC eventually opened their case, and today again they closed their case, meaning they don't have much to say about what happened. In 176,000 polling units, no result was uploaded in real time on election day. That is the whole summary of it today. And the INEC ICT Deputy Director admitted that he could not read some of the results uploaded on IREF because they were blurred, and he told the court so.
Good day, welcome to Nation's Very Star, your most preferred YouTube channel. My name is Angelo, and this is that hub that keeps you updated on the political system and its occurrences over time in Nigeria. Now, here are different stories that have been trending in Nigeria over the past 24 hours. Now, first of all, on the ongoing presidential elections petitions at the Court of Appeal continued today. Of course, I brought you that update that the Independent and National Electoral Commission, INEC, has begun its defense after having a delay yesterday, reasons being that their witnesses didn't turn up due to personal reasons. Now, to affirm that fact, today we had proceedings at the Court of Appeal, and the INEC surprisingly begun their case today and ended their case today. Without much ado, let me give you a brief clip from the post-court hearing videos that we had access to, and after which I will explain in details what really happened in court, bit by bit. Kenneth Okonkwo, one of the members of the OB-Dirty Presidential Campaign Council, who is also one of the members, one of the counsels to the Labour Party in the ongoing petitions, had to address newsmen after the court. He said little, which I will explain, but without much ado, watch him, and then I will give you more updates when I come back. Stay tuned.
Today, INEC eventually opened their case, and today again they closed their case, meaning they don't have much to say about what happened. In 176,000 polling units, no result was uploaded in real time on election day. That is the whole summary of it today. And the INEC ICT Deputy Director admitted that he could not read some of the results uploaded on IREF because they were blurred, and he told the court so. And that was after he had admitted that the result on EC8A must be identical with the result uploaded on IREF, by his own words. So we saw in court the identicality of blood results from INEC. So that was what our team was saying. We now wonder how they were able to declare results with blurred results that were unreadable. So far, we ended our case, as you knew it, 1 week before now, under extreme difficulties, because we had to fight and labor to even get the documents that we are entitled to by INEC. It is unfortunate that we had to subpoena INEC to get documents. If you read the Electoral Act, there will be no place that you will see the word subpoena. What you will see is that once you apply to INEC as a public institution, they are bound to give you documents. The mere fact that we are subpoenaing tells you that we were placed in a difficult situation, but we trust in God. So far the proceeding is moving on, and by tomorrow, the second and third respondents will open their case, and let's see how it will proceed. Well, you know, when they try to use nomenclature to confuse people, it is obvious. The summary of the whole thing, whether you say performance test, vulnerability test, whatever you want to say, was that there was a problem. And there ought not to have been a problem for an institution that took 400 billion naira to organize an election, which they tested before the election, and they confirmed everything was sound. How can you talk about technical glitch when the House of Rep, there was no technical glitch, the Senate, there was no technical glitch, and somehow you're saying that in the presidency there was technical glitch? Let me ask you a question. Does a machine have the capacity to choose the election that it will glitch on? It's only a human being that can take that decision. And I want to end on this. Thank you.
All right, welcome back. Kenneth Okonkwo there with the post-court interview. And let me say briefly, the first witness that was called upon, the first, only and last witness called upon by the Independent National Electoral Commission, one Dr. Lawrence Bayode, the Deputy Director of the ICT Department of the INEC, came up and admitted their e-transmission was tested on the 4th and 6th days of February respectively, and so on and so forth and all that. And he also confirmed that in order to ascertain the efficacy of the BVAS reports and the documents they've been uploaded, or that is being uploaded on the IRF, the one on the IRF must be the same with the details on the form EC8A, that is the form, the polling unit election results. That is, there must be coherence. Listen to me. There must be coherence between these two results. What happened? Now, he was given an IRF uploaded result from EC8A. And you know what? He was given this particular result to identify as per what was on that result. That is the details on that result, the figures and so on. And that result was that of the APC. And he admitted that he couldn't because the uploaded result was blurry. Now, can you tell me how it has come in coherence with the one uploaded on IRF? How did you declare Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu the president? What results? That is that. Let's not talk much on that particular aspect because it is said and done, as you've heard in that update. And I will bring you all more updates when the hearing continues. The next day it was adjourned. Now, secondly, this will shock Nigerians. Earlier today, the chairman of the INEC, the Independent National Electoral Commission, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, had a meeting with the resident electoral commissioners, RECs, at the commission's headquarters in Abuja earlier today. Now, this meeting was marked as the first time Professor Yakubu's appearance is official since after declaring President Bola Ahmed Tinubu as the winner of the contentious February 25th presidential elections. Now, one funny thing about this particular review and this meeting today by Professor Mahmood is what I'm trying to say now. Listen and listen attentively with keen interest. The chairman of the commission, Professor Yakubu Mahmood, mentioned, I reiterate, he mentioned that the commission was ready to prosecute the Adamawa State Residential Electoral Commissioner and 215 other individuals. You know why? Whose case of gross electoral misconduct has been filed before the commission and submitted duly for indictment. Okay, let me not say much. I would let you watch the video where Professor Mahmood Yakubu said this. Then when you come back, I will tell you the reason why I have taken it personal and why I feel so agitated with this. Stay tuned.
Following the conclusion of the election, the time has come for introspection, stock-taking, review, and evaluation. Since the conclusion of the election, diverse opinions have been expressed by political parties, candidates, observers, analysts, and the general public on aspects of the elections that took place in February and March. Such diverse opinions should normally be expected, and the Commission welcomes all of them. insofar as their purpose is to improve the future conduct of elections and to consolidate our democracy. The Commission has consciously not joined in these commentaries in the immediate aftermath of the election for several reasons. First, our preference is to listen more and draw lessons rather than join in the heated and often emotive discussion on the election. Second, since we plan to conduct our own review of the election, we see no need to preempt the process. Third, the Commission would not want to be seen as defensive or justificatory in joining the ongoing discussions. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, several issues around the election are sub judice, and it is not the intention of the Commission to either undermine or promote the chances of litigants in the various election petition courts beyond what is required of us by the legal process. Indeed, practically anything coming from the Commission could be cited by litigants as either justifying their claims or an indication of bias against them. The foregoing notwithstanding, it is appropriate at this point to make a few broad remarks about the 2023 general election. We are presently looking at all the evidence of infractions during the election, including the prosecution of electoral offenders. We are looking at the activities of all actors involved in the election, including some of our high-ranking officials. I can confirm that the Nigeria Police concluded its investigation of the conduct of our resident electoral commissioner in Adamawa State and submitted the case file to us. Appropriate action will be taken in a matter of days, and Nigerians will be fully informed. I can also confirm that we have received 215 case files from the Nigeria Police following their arrest and the conclusion of investigation into electoral offenses arising from the 2023 general election. We are working with the Nigerian Bar Association, the NBA, to prosecute the alleged offenders. Already, the Bar Association has submitted a list of 427 lawyers across the country who have volunteered to render pro bono services to the Commission. They are not charging legal fees, but by mutual agreement, the Commission will provide a token amount to cover for filing fees and other expenses. We are grateful to the Nigerian Bar Association. We are grateful to the Nigerian Bar Association and its president, Yakubu Mekeu, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, for this historic collaboration. Similarly, we are working with the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission and the Independent Corrupt Practices Commission on the prosecution of cases relating to vote buying and associated violations.
All right, welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is still your most preferred YouTube channel. Before I go further, let me urge our viewers, old and new, please tap the subscribe button, tap the notification bell too, so you'll be the first to get the updates anytime we drop new videos. Yes, you're going to be the first with first-hand information. And then don't forget to like, share, and watch till the end. Drop a comment for us too in the comment section, because we need those comments in order to go further, because we're here for you. I have some positives, let me say negatives, yes, to take out from the speech of the INEC chairman, Professor Mahmood Yakubu. First of all, he reiterated the problem of insecurity during the general elections, which was widely acknowledged as being evident or being inevitable during the electoral process. Yes, lots of people in Lagos State, violence in Bayelsa State, violence in Rivers State, and so on. That is recorded, okay, which the commission must have really put in place. Yes, you were in the power to put all this in place. You had 4 years to prepare for this. You had a whooping sum of over 300 billion to prepare for this. So that shouldn't be an excuse. But let's take it as one of the occurrences in the country. Now, the issue of punishing offenders was the second point he made in that particular review. I would say precisely that he should be included in the offenders. You and I know why. We all in Nigeria know why. for abruptly declaring results even before they were collated. We saw it in court being proved today, so we are still on that. Now, to be very, very precise, he said, and I reiterate, that the commission was in alliance with the Nigerian Bar Association, NBA, that provided them with a whopping number of 400 lawyers to stand in for the commission. These lawyers are not to be paid or don't have a stipulated fee, but the commission will actually provide to them all necessary requirements and stipends, according to him. Only God knows how much these stipends will be, to a whopping number of 400 lawyers that have been called to help the commission. That is, to those who were called and who were used. Finally, he said the commission was working together with the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, and the Independent Corrupt Practices Commission, ICPC, in order to prosecute people who are involved in vote buying. Can the commission involve, or can the commission really indict and prosecute people that were involved in vote buying? Do you think the commission can do that? Well, we are not kids anymore. Nigerians and Nigerian youths are over that. So the commission and its chairman should not tell us, or should not rigmarole our brains. Let me call it that. Don't rigmarole our brains, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu. Anyway, let's not commit offenses that are sub judice, because there are lots of cases in various tribunals in the court, petitions, let me say. So let's leave it to the courts to decide. That is that on that particular update. Finally, let's run to North Central, Kano State to be precise. According to what we've been hearing over time, the recent incessant abrupt demolitions of structures that were undertaken by the former government of Abdullahi Ganduje by the new NNPP-led government of Governor Abba Yusuf, also known as Abba Gida Gida. Now, one Mr. Kabiru Dakata, Executive Director of the one awareness team that is called Center for Awareness on Justice and Accountability, has said, and I reiterate, that the narrative created outside Kano State is different from the reality in Kano. What does he mean by that? In fact, he said that we should all disregard the media propaganda about the demolitions by Governor Abba Yusuf. Instead, he reiterated that Kano people are happy. I repeat, Kano State people are happy, very excited about the recent demolitions in the state. This is contrary to what we've been hearing online. Do you now understand why I'm curious with this news? Everybody has been going helter-skelter. Governor Abba Yusuf is making demolitions that are undemocratic and so on. Well, let me allow you listen to this Mr. Kabiru Zakata, so that after you listen to him, I will now tell you the pros and cons of what he said. Stay tuned.
Let me first of all commend Arise TV for giving us this opportunity to say our part, because the narrative created outside Kano is different from the reality in Kano. In Kano, people are jubilating, are happy for this, because school structures are now being recovered. Hospitals given out to chronics, family members are now being recovered to use for the public interest. So, but outside, I received calls from friends, especially from the southern part of the country. Kabiru, what's happening in Kano? I told them, the people in Kano State gave the current governor mandate to do what he's doing.
But just last week, someone from Kano was there and was lamenting very sadly, almost swearing. Hang on, Kabiru. He was almost swearing on live television that the buildings were demolished. So we are surprised. Hang on a minute. And I mean, we're surprised that you say this.
That's why I said you have to send Benga back to Kano to interview the real people.
It was from Kano. He's a stakeholder.
Fine. Bianga should go back to the people. Just imagine a political system. A politician will go before election and tell people that when I come, I will do X, Y, Z. You saw Biden recently. Biden was not happy because what he promised electorate before election, that he will wipe out the issue of, this thing. The Congress and the court did not allow him to do. He was bitter. But Abba Kabir used to promise to the electorate that when I come, I will do X, Y, Z. And he's doing X, Y, Z. What do you think people...
Are you telling us that Governor Abba Yusuf told the people of Kano that when I become governor, all I'm going to be doing, at least the first the low-hanging fruits would be to demolish. I mean, barely a week after he became governor, he started this demolitions.
Because
he has not really built one structure. That's what some critics are saying. Why don't you build first before you even start demolishing?
Where are the structures?
So there are no structures to build?
A space in Kano State Polytechnic where theater will be constructed, where toilets for female students and lecturers and staff will be constructed. The space sold to private individuals to construct houses in Polytechnic. Go to Lagos State Polytechnic in Ikorodu and try to construct a house inside the Polytechnic and see what will happen. In that Polytechnic, a lecture will be taking place in the theater, and at the neighborhood side, a grinding machine will be making noise.
Welcome back. You really watched it there. Now, the truth is, if you are a partisan belonging to a particular political party, you must, by all means, share the reviews, electoral reforms, and the objectives of your party. Forget that there are few rebellious partisans like Nyesom Wike, his G5 brothers, Samuel Otom, what is that man's name? That one that came to the government house, the Aso Rock Villa in Abuja, and began to speak English and didn't think we would know that he worked for Asiwaju during the general elections. Sheyi Makinde of Oyo State. Yes, we have Okeze Ikpeazu of Abia State, and Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi of Enugu State. The G5, forget that we have these rebellious people in the PDP. If you are a partisan, you must share in your party's objectives and views. Well, Mr. Kabiru Dakata there just shared in his party's views. So we wouldn't call it a general opinion, but we would call it an opinion that will stand the test of time, because Kano State people are happy with the NNPP because they have held faith in the one and only governor that has brought them succor over a long period of 15 or 20 good years. Talking about Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, the head and the public chieftain and the originator of the new Nigerian People's Party, where Abba Yusuf Abba Gida comes from. So let's say he has spoken for the people of Kano. That is that. Hope you enjoyed our updates together. I will urge you to keep waiting with us for more updates. See you next time. Bye.